What's the worst thing that happened when you swapped phones? We both laughed when we said we should swap phones for a day, but only one of us meant it. It started as a joke when we saw a couple on TikTok do it, and she turned to me and told me I'd never handle it, and I laughed and told her she should go first, and she said it was a deal, like she'd been waiting for me to suggest it. But the moment she handed me her phone, I felt something, not in her words, but in her fingers because she didn't want to let go, and the second she did, her face changed, and her whole energy shifted like she'd just taken a test she didn't study for and hoped the teacher wouldn't notice. I handed her my phone, calm as hell because I already knew something was off, but everything looked fine at first and that was the problem. It was too perfect, and her recent calls were empty, her voice messages were gone, her texts stopped exactly 3 days ago, and there wasn't a single new notification or leftover message. The apps were still there, but the folders were renamed, and her Photos app had nothing from the last month, and her Notes app had one locked note called Grocery List, and she kept looking at me over and over again, pretending she wasn't watching. She asked me if I found anything, biting her nail, and I smiled and told her not yet, and I kept scrolling and recording my screen. That night, she told me she wasn't feeling well and wanted to chill alone, which was weird because we'd planned dinner and she never cancels. So I told her that was fine and we could hang out tomorrow, but she didn't reply for over an hour. And when she finally texted back, she told me I'd been quiet all day, and I told her she had been too, and then she told me I didn't trust her and I didn't answer. I just watched her face as she tried to guess what I knew, and her lips moved like she wanted to talk, but couldn't find a way to seem innocent, and she pulled her sleeves over her hands and stared at the floor, and for a moment, I almost felt sorry for her. But then she asked if I was going to break up with her, and that's when I knew. But I told her I didn't find anything and smiled when I said it, and she exhaled like she'd been holding her breath for a moment. We swapped back at midnight, and she grabbed her phone so fast I thought it might fall, and I kissed her forehead, and she thanked me for not getting upset, and I told her thanks for trusting me. But she didn't know the swap wasn't the test. It was the final exam because I didn't need her phone. I already had her cloud synced to my old iPad, the one she forgot I still had, and I had been watching the lies collect for weeks. Hidden voicemails, renamed contacts, and pictures deleted late at night. I didn't need to accuse her, I just needed her to lie to my face so I could know for sure I was done, and that night she got a DM with no text, just a drive link, and inside were recordings, screenshots, and deleted chats, and then I blocked her.